back to my YouTube channel. I am so excited to show you guys this video because it's 48 hours in Seattle. I've never been to Seattle before and I thought, why not go on a girls trip? So let's get started and dive deep into this video. But first, if you guys have not subscribed yet, press the subscribe button, show me some love, and if you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Without further ado, let's get started into this video. We are on our way to Seattle. First time to Seattle, so excited. We ended up arriving in Seattle International Airport around 2 p.m. So we really only had a half a day to do a lot of the things that we wanted to do. So the first thing that we did was we went to check in to our hotel. We Ubered over to Pike Place Market because why not? That is like the most touristy thing to do in Seattle. We ended up getting like cute little umbrellas and walking around. World's best mac and cheese. We ended up going to the gum wall, which was kind of disgusting, but it was pretty cool to take photos there. And then we ended up walking over to the Seattle Great Wheel, giant Ferris wheel. You get to see all of the views. And again, it was raining that day, so we really didn't get to see the best views of Seattle. Ubering back to our hotel because we were gonna go change to go to one of the coolest bars I think I've been to, and even I think in Seattle, and it's called Inside Passage. This bar was so unique, you guys. I'm from Hawaii, so I kind of like this vibe of just tropicalness. They have a huge octopus like on the ceiling, and it was just such a cool place to go to because they had really unique drinks in these really cool cups, as well as really good food.
Stay tuned. We're gonna go get drunk at Starbucks. We're going to the Starbucks roastery. It looks so cute, guys. Check this out.
I didn't even realize we were 5 minutes away from the Starbucks Reserve and Roastery. If you don't know what that is, they don't really have many of these in a lot of the cities. I definitely don't have one in my city, so it was really cool. They had all of these cool little things. They had a bar in there. They had food. I'm talking delicious food. I hands down had the best breakfast sandwich I've ever had. It was so cute inside. Definitely a great place to study, check out, take photos. I highly recommend going there. After that, we ended up Ubering back to Pike Place and then walking down to the aquarium. At the aquarium, it was super cool to check out. Now, today was the day that we were supposed to buy the city pass, and if you don't know what that is, Seattle has a city pass where you can go to 5 different attractions for the day, and it was only like $100. And each attraction costs 30-40 bucks, so it kind of like saves you a lot of money. But one of the attractions that we really wanted to do was closed on that day, so we ended up just going to the attractions and just paying. But the number one coolest thing I think I saw at the aquarium, and don't make fun of me for this, but I saw a sea otter. I've never seen a sea otter, and it was the cutest little thing I've ever seen in my entire life. But anyway, we ended up leaving the aquarium and walking over across the street next to the gum wall is this place called the Selfie Museum. And it was such a fun place to do with your girls if you're going on a girls trip, or just if you're just gonna go there as a solo trip and take photos. They do have tripods for you to take photos, and if you need an Instagram photo, girl, this is the place for you because they have so many different types of backdrops. Super cute idea to go do if you want to fill up your day. We ended up Ubering over to the Space Needle. Now, because this day was a little bit better than the day prior, it still wasn't kind of the weather that we were hoping for to go up to the Space Needle. So we ended up actually just going into the Chihuly Glass and Garden, which is a museum of just a bunch of glass. Well, please don't hate on this. I personally didn't think that it was worth the money to go in there, but I do think that the art was fantastic, super unique, super cool. But I do think that Instagram and TikTok did make this place out to be like super hyped up and super cool to check out, which it was, but we only spent 5 minutes in there and walked there really quickly. Unless you're super into museums and glass, this place is for you, but I only was able to get this one picture that everyone else gets on Instagram and TikTok, and we walked around the garden and we left. It was kind of disappointing for us because we weren't really into that kind of stuff, and we probably should have looked into it more, but we were like, let's just do it because we don't really have many other things to do, because since the next attraction that we really wanted to do was closed on Wednesdays, and we were so bummed out about it. The Museum of Pop Culture is closed on Wednesdays, so if you are going during the weekday, make sure you guys plan well. This is kind of the reason why we didn't get the city pass, because it was closed. But in the area of the Space Needle, the Chihuly Glass and Garden, and the Museum of Pop Culture, they do have a lot of places there. They have this really cool food court with a bunch of restaurants, as well as a really cool park, and I had to check this out. I saw this on TikTok, and if you know the song, you know the song. And I hope I don't get copyrighted because there's no words, it's just the beat. But anyway, we ended up leaving this place and going over to the Pike Place Market again just to go check out the food. We have not tried the famous Pike Place chowder, and I was so excited to try it. It was so good. You guys definitely check this place out. Usually the line is forever long, but because we went during the weekday, there was no line. Pretty much we only waited for like 5 minutes. But I make it really, really clear right now, if you are not vaccinated or you do not have a negative COVID test, you guys won't be able to do any of this stuff. They check everywhere. The Pike Place chowder place even checked for our vaccination card for ordering food to go. So it was really weird kind of having this really strict feeling of like, if you're not vaccinated or didn't take a test before you went, you pretty much couldn't do anything. So thank goodness that we had all the things that we needed to be able to do all these attractions. We actually ended up leaving Pike Place Market and going over to this bar called the Unicorn Bar, and it was super cool. It's in Capitol Hill, and it was like a circus in there. It was super cool to check out. They had really good drinks, food, and just the uniqueness made it like so much better. Going back to a different bar called the Nest Rooftop and Bar, which was such a super cool rooftop bar, you guys. If you guys don't know anything about any of the rooftop bars, definitely check this place out. You can see the Great Wheel of Seattle, the Pike Place Market sign, but because we went in the middle of January, it was a little bit cold, so they had plastic covering over the entire rooftop bar, which kind of sucked, but I bet you in the summertime and the springtime, it looks absolutely amazing when you go there. And then we actually end up leaving, and then we end up going back to the Unicorn Bar because they had a drag show. Every night they have some type of show going on, and it was so cool to go check out. I've never been to a drag show before, so it was super fun just watch it, and I highly recommend going there if that's like kind of what you like to do. And then we actually end up leaving, and down the road at a gas station, this guy was making these Seattle dogs, and they were really cheap and they were really big. They cut the hot dog in half and they put cream cheese on the hot dog and sauteed onions, and it was probably the best hot dog I've ever had. It was so delicious. It was like exactly what we needed for eating something after a night of going out, and it was just delicious. Today we woke up extremely early because we had to fly out this day. We had so many things that we still wanted to do, and we were trying to pack in as much as we could. So when we woke up, we went to this place called The Skillet, and it was such a cute little breakfast place. The food was so good, and again, they did check for your vaccination card and the negative COVID test, so make sure you guys bring those things with you everywhere you go. And then after that, we ended up walking around that area. Seattle University was over there, and it was super cool to kind of just walk around, check out the place, and stumbling upon a place called the Labyrinth, or I think I'm saying that completely wrong. We ended up going to this place, and and it was really, really cool. Uber over to the Space Needle again because the Museum of Pop Culture was finally open, and we really wanted to check that place. Pop culture was so cool. If you guys are a Nirvana fan, a Pearl Jam fan, definitely check out this museum because they're from Seattle, and they just had the whole entire museum just of them, and it was so cool. And I was geeking out because I was listening to the songs, I was singing the songs, and not only do they have those two museums, have a sci-fi section, a horror section, and also upstairs they have a Disney section, which is going to be all of their costumes that were used in movies and shows and all of that stuff. It was really, really cool to check out. I definitely recommend doing the Museum of Pop Culture and just kind of seeing all of this cool things. They had a hip hop section as well, and that was really cool to kind of see the era of hip hop and, you know, starting off from where it was to what it is now. And then we actually ended up going up the Space Needle today because we thought the weather was just so much better than the past 2 days that we could actually see a lot of the view of the city and the water, just the Bay Area. Like, it just looks so nice. So we ended up going up there and taking some photos, some videos, and we didn't stay up there very long because there really isn't much to do do up there except for looking at the views and taking photos. They do have a restaurant up there, but we didn't end up staying because we literally just ate breakfast and we were full. So we ended up leaving and heading back to Pike Place Market. I know, we have been there so many times, but honestly, if you're going to Seattle longer than 2 days, and you're not hiking and you're not doing any outdoor activity stuff, there really isn't much to do there. And I don't know, I might be wrong, maybe I just didn't do enough research, but we did hit a lot of the spots that we really wanted to do in the first place. So after going back to Pike Place Market, we just walked around, tried out more food that we didn't get to try out, and kind of just explored a little bit more that we didn't get to see. They have the original Starbucks there. They have more food vendors and shopping. That was our 48 hours in Seattle, you guys. That was so many things that we did in just the 2 days that we were there. I hope you guys enjoyed my YouTube video of 48 hours in Seattle. I had so much fun. Definitely take your girls, go out there, or if you're doing a solo trip or your significant other, do all of these fun things that I did. If you guys again like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I should appreciate it. Show me some love and subscribe. I would love for you to see all of my other travel vlogs that I will be doing for the rest of the year. If you guys have not checked out my Instagram, I post on there daily of all the travel places that I go to and do, and just a bunch of cool, unique photos that I take when I'm traveling. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope when you guys go to Seattle, you guys have just as much fun as I did. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Are you a Nikki fan?